Calling the roll for the Wednesday, January 21st, 2026 Board of Control meeting. It is 11:05 a.m. We have Laura Black serving as an alternate for Meredith Turner.
Here.
Trevor Meckler serving as an alternate for Michael Hauser.
Here.
Councilmember Robert Schlepper.
Here.
Lee Tucker serving as an alternate for Michael Chambers, fiscal officer, and as chairperson.
Here.
Paul Porter.
Here.
We have a quorum.
If we can take a second to review the minutes from 1/12/2026. If we have no changes, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Porter. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item approved. Any public comment?
Did you say all in favor? Say
Yep.
aye. Opposed? Okay, I missed
Yeah.
that. No public comment.
Moving on to contracts and awards, first item.
First item, new item for review, BC 2026-13, Department of Public Works recommending an award on RQ 16279 and submitting a contract with ADMJ Holdings LLC, DBA Advanced Door Company, in the amount not to exceed $450,000 for preventative maintenance and inspection, repairs, inventory catalog, and supply of spare parts for overhead doors, shutters, automated gates, and dock levelers at various county buildings for the period January 1st, 2026 to December 31st, 2028.
Good morning, Tom Pavich, Public Works. This is an approval of a new 3-year contract with Advanced Door. It was an RFP. They're the only proposal that we received. They're the incumbent vendor as well. They provide preventive maintenance and as-needed repairs for all the county buildings, garage doors and dock doors. So to give you an idea, it's 17 different buildings, 129 dock doors. I think there's 11 accordion shutters, 14 automatic gates, and then so it's a pretty big scope. Preventive maintenance is twice a year, so we expect the vendor to come out twice a year to provide that maintenance, but they also take care of all the as-needed repairs.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Schlepler. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved.
Thank you.
Next item.
Next item, BC 2026-14, Court of Common Pleas Corrections Planning Board submitting an amendment to a contract with Summit Psychological Associates Incorporated for sex offender assessment and treatment services for the period July 1st, 2021 through June 30th, 2025, to extend the time period to June 30th, 2026, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $145,695.
Hi, Megan Patton, Court of Common Pleas Corrections Planning Board. We're here to submit an amendment to extend until June of 2026 for Summit's Psychological. This is our sex offender treatment that all individuals in that unit of the probation department receive, and this is through ODRC.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Councilman Schlepler.
Good morning. I just was curious how many individuals this, on average, is serving annually.
So that's a great question. I actually have a call into our deputy chief this morning, but we didn't connect on that very question, so I'm happy to provide that to you by the end of the day. Sure.
Thank you so much.
Any additional questions? Hearing no additional questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Schlepler. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Next item.
Thank you.
Next item, BC 2026-15, Court of Common Pleas Domestic Relations Court Division submitting an RFP exemption which will result in a grant agreement via contract number 5828 with the Legal Aid Society of Cleveland and the amount not to exceed $65,241.36 to provide training in understanding the civil and criminal justice systems to all Cuyahoga County court-based, related, and appointed personnel, as well as various prosecutors, law directors, law enforcement, and pretrial probation personnel in connection with the FY 2025 Office of Violence Against Women Justice for Families Grant for the period January 1st, 2026 through September 30th, 2028, and submitting a contract with said RFP exemption.
Good morning. Arian Kadri with Domestic Relations Court, seeking a contract with the Legal Aid Society of Cleveland in the amount of $65,241.36 for January 1st, 2026 to September 30th, 2028. This is grant funded. The Legal Aid Society of Cleveland will assist in developing and providing training related to victims of domestic violence, dating violence, sexual assault, and stalking.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. McAleer. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Next item?
Thank you.
Next item, BC 2026-16, Department of Public Safety and Justice Services submitting an RFP exemption, which will result in an award recommendation to Motorola Solutions Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $39,553.08 for the relocation, installation, and configuration of existing Vesta 911 workstations and command post and two C8 8200 Cisco routers to the dispatch center located at the Bedford Heights Police Station and submitting a purchase order with said RFP exemption.
Good morning, Mary Beth Vaughn from Public Safety, and this is just to relocate some of the CCOMS 911 equipment from their current location over to the Bedford Heights Police Department, which is where we're planning on moving hopefully this year, early this year. Our lease with Chagrin Valley has actually ended,
Thank you.
and
Are there-
Motorola, the reason for the exemption is Motorola is actually our current provider of the 911 services, so we're asking them to just move their equipment.
Thank you. Are there any additional questions? Councilman Schluppler?
Just through the chair very quickly, are we exiting the Chagrin Valley? Is this the dispatch? Are we exiting that, or is this just?
Yes, we would be exiting that. The Bedford Hospital is either being sold or has been sold.
Okay,
So actually, both of us have to move. In any case, our agreement to sublease from Chagrin Valley was ending in January of this year.
I see. Thank you.
Any additional questions? Hearing no additional questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Porter. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Next
Thank you.
item?
Next item, BC 2026-17, Department of Health and Human Services, Community Initiatives Division, Office of Homeless Services, submitting an amendment to a contract with the Northeast Ohio Coalition for the Homeless for overflow shelter services for the Norma Herr Women's Shelter and to provide these services at St. Paul's Community Church, 4427 Franklin Boulevard, Cleveland, for the period January 8, 2025 through December 31st, 2025, to extend the time period to October 31st, 2026, to add Exhibit 2C representing the budget for the amendment term, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $279,728, effective upon signatures of all parties.
Good morning, Marcos Cortez with Health and Human Services on behalf of the Office of Homeless Services. As you know, we operate the Norma Herr Women's Shelter and the Walton Road Women's Shelter. Unfortunately, because of the ongoing renovations of the Norma Herr site, there isn't enough space for women to sleep at night. To address this, we have women transported to the overflow at St. Paul's Community Church. Women are given a mattress and a storage containers for their things and have use of a bathroom. It is only meant for sleeping, so there is no programming offered.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. McAleer. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Next item?
Next item, BC 2026-18, Department of Health and Human Services, Community Initiatives Division, Office of Homeless Services, recommending an award and submitting a contract with the Northeast Ohio Coalition for the Homeless in the amount not to exceed $75,000 to operate a low-barrier seasonal emergency shelter for unsheltered homeless for up to 40 adults at 1530 East 19th Street, Cleveland, Ohio 44114 for the period December 15, 2025 through April 15, 2026.
Good morning again, Marcos Cortez with Health and Human Services on behalf of the Office of Homeless Services. We did issue an informal RFP for seasonal shelter services. We received 4 bids and decided to make 2 awards. NEOC's contract is the first one to come through. The other has been challenged with insurance requirements, but I think we've have that addressed, so that should be coming soon. The seasonal shelter for NEOC operates through April 15th. Their doors open at 7 p.m. and close at 6 a.m. And the goal is to offer a safe, warm, and dignified environment during the winter months for individuals who do not routinely access traditional shelters.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Councilman Snipper?
Just a quick one through the chair. You know, these kind of, I guess, pop-up shelters, how many of these on average do we operate during the winter months, just on any given year? I know need can fluctuate and change, but just a rough estimate.
So we actually haven't been funding seasonal shelters. Up until recently, we did provide some funding to some providers over the last couple of years, but this is the first time where we actually are funding shelter sites.
And then a follow-up to that through the chair, is that, would we say because of projects, like the Norma Her project, or is this just, we've had a rise in need throughout the city?
Well, I think there's a rise in need, but there's also a certain group of homeless folks who do not traditionally go to those shelters that we have at the Maine's Men's Shelter or the Women's Shelter. So we want to offer them an opportunity, a place where it's a low barrier so they can just come in. So they may have a spouse, they may have a pet. So this is a place that they could go.
Thank you.
Okay, any additional questions? Hearing none, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Schlepper. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Next
Thank you.
item?
Moving on to consent agenda items BC 2026-19 through BC 2026-20.
We can take a moment to review the consent agenda items. If there's no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Porter. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Next item? Oh, any public comment?
There's no other business and no public comment.
Thank you. I'd like to make a motion to adjourn. Is there a second? Second by Mr. McAleer. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned.